snoozing, you can use an Uber like a student pupil. I'm a teacher, reach your hand for the ruler. I'm a bruise your ego, abuse it, moving to the hall against the wall, stupid. Who's the man, who's the tutor? Letters flying till they dead or crying, and police are saying now, who's the shooter? Here I go, with a trench coat and a black rifle, 10 toes down, up like a light pole, middle finger up like a black rhinos. Horn, I was born for the storm, I'm at home in a shit cyclone. Never let bygones be bygones. Brother, I'll say you let out of your bitch, rapper, no pieces, just bygone.
Yo, yes, this is the No Huddle Podcast, the greatest podcast you've ever been a part of. And yeah, this is going to be the season finale of Just the High School. I mean, we'll probably go back and keep doing some stuff. Might cover some playoffs next week. You never know. But this is going to be the season finale of the John Tyler season and everything. So let's just get right into it. But real quick, not real quick, but I'm just going to go ahead and just touch on a few things. So first off, let me start off with, who should I start off with? Because that's a few people I want to start off with, but I guess I'll start off with the John Tyler. Things have been good sometimes things have been not. For the most part, we were 3-18. Early on this year, we was posting stuff on the forum. The forum, you know, everybody on the forum, how to talk about football, how to talk about even the trash talk that goes on. It gets heated, but we know at the end of the day, we talk about sports. We're not fighting anybody. Well, that one dude from Longview, what was the year JT beat Longview in Longview? Beat him when it was like a blowout. It was like 17. Yeah. So this dude got so mad. I remember his name was like Wolf or something. And he got so mad that he posted a post because of the dude, shout out to JT Fan 99. He is the MVP of the forum. He's the MVP of this year too, because I'm gonna tell you why when I get into the other part of the stuff when I get into it in a minute. So he posted some quotes that they were saying before the game, like, oh, JT not gonna be in, JT gonna do this, all this stuff. They were just trash talking, all this stuff that was gonna happen at the game, and none of this stuff happened. And Longview just pretty much laid an egg against JT. And this dude, JT, like, what the? I'm leaving the parking lot reading this, like, dang, let me pull it back up in this parking lot and see if there's some commotion going on. And because he really wanted to fight somebody. And he got banned from the forum because of that. Like, that was the one time I've seen on the forum it got so heated that you have to be banned. But other than that, we laugh it off. We say blah, blah. But some people still get in their feelings. And we'll talk about that in a minute. I'll talk about it in a minute. But if you've seen the video, I'm pretty sure I put a video before this. I did put a video, so y'all see where this is going to. So, but that being said, like I said, people talk trash. We talk about the game. We talk about what's going on. We don't never talk about how somebody kid his personal life. Like, this dude is a bad kid. This kid is a bad nut. No, it's always about the team. This team is not that good. This team is great. That's how we've been talking. That's how the forum talks about it, right? So JT this year, the guys were like, hey, Longview guys, Lufkin guys, you know, they put their 2 cents in. They're like, oh, JT is a bad football team right now. And for the most part, they did play pretty bad most of the games. I mean, you've seen signs of they could win, but this wasn't a winnable team that you were used to seeing year in, year out, just the reloading JT team. This is the kind of a building team like the last year when Woods and Cadillac, their first year with Street and all that, and the next year they got good. So we look like the same thing, you know, but still it was a slow start, not a good record, got in. So that being said, what I'm trying to get the point is, like, we talk about that, we'll post it in the forum, everybody will say stuff and back and forth, blah, blah, blah. And that's what it is. It stays there, and it's talking about these kids, blah, blah. You don't know how to, like, people can't take constructive criticism. And that's another guy who said this, because a lot of, I'm just gonna say, I'm not being racist, but sexist or anything, but it's gonna be probably a lot of women or mothers going at this guy. So I ain't gonna say his name, but somebody made a post outside of the group, the Cujo group, and he was like, yeah, man, they're probably gonna lose the game and everything. He said, but, you know, I'm just looking for next year. And he's like, yeah. And the other dude was like, yeah, I see what you're saying, but, you know, I want to support them. I want to be there. You know, I hope they win. You know, yeah, you know. But the dude was like, yeah, I wouldn't have posted this in the group because a lot of mothers I didn't want to know overbearing, over protective mothers coming at me because they can't take constructive criticism. And I was like, I replied like, yeah, man, I know exactly what you're talking about. Y'all remember what I was like? I was just talking about the coaching staff, and I got just all kinds of blast and hate and everything. And they think I'm hating. I was like, dang. And it was like he was like, yeah, I know what you mean. That's why he didn't post it in the forum. He wouldn't have said nothing if he posted it in the group. But in the forum, you go through the forum. That ain't if you can say anything. There's a post on there. A dude came in and said JT was garbage. We didn't cry about it. I didn't cry about it. I was like, wow, that's what he think. When y'all, the point I'm making is, you get on here, and these people on that Cujo group, maybe should just, if we're gonna make a group there on Facebook, maybe we should make it just a football group led by this, but none of the football men. Not any mother of the team. Women think, that they have kids on the team, or the women that are like just fans of the team, that they're thinking we're just talking about people in personal lives and bringing kids down. No, these kids are going to go through way more stuff than losing high school football games. And y'all know they get them ready for real life. When they get to real life, their boss ain't gonna say, I know you're not working that good, but I'm not gonna tell you you're not working that good. We're gonna make you feel like you're working good. So I'm just gonna I'm not gonna fire you. I'm just gonna make you feel like just keep up doing what you're doing. Do what you're doing. Work, be bad, work bad. Don't do the job. But I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just gonna let you keep working and keep paying you. Right? That's not gonna happen. Right? They're gonna get fired. If you're not doing the job, you get fired. I've got fired from jobs before. My first job was a whole day, and then fired me at the end of the night because the Mexican dude didn't want to show me everything, and it was stupid. But like I said, the point I'm getting is, that's what people. Sometimes it's not people just coming on the forum hating. It's football talk, and it's just how we do it, and that's how the forum goes. The forum, if everyone on the forum knows, we gonna talk about it. We're gonna say something. We're gonna trash talk. We're gonna do all this, and we're gonna go about our day. But more people over here on Facebook just got to take it to the extreme level and start saying, "Oh, this negative energy. Oh, this guy. If you post something on here, I'm gonna delete you. You can't. Everything can be all happy, glammy, Care Bear happy." We mean you just got to be real with them. The kids, I don't know if the kids, they say that some of the kids look at the stuff on the forum. I mean, they know it. They know they lost the game. They're okay, we lost. We're going to come back next year and try to do it again. And they know people are going to say, they know people are going to talk. I mean, it's sports. So you're not going to keep them away from looking at bad stuff just to make them, you guys are great. You guys are the best. You're champions of the world. You're great. You're never going to lose. It's not going to happen. They're going to see that. You can't keep them away from looking at reality. That's what I'm saying. Now, the fact that all I'm saying is it should be a free, people going to say what they want to say. Don't try to regulate what everybody wants to say on a forum or on a group or on a page. Let it be there and let it be. Just let it be. It's because, people are going to say what they want to say, like I said. So, it's these kids, they play, they hard it, but the stuff we went through with the coaching staff doing what they did and not playing Cam this day, playing this day, we all know I know what kind of happened there, and that's why I had a little say in what I said, and so I was like, I said what I said, and people just act like I didn't know what I was talking about. No, I didn't put all the business out there. I just let you know how I felt about the situation because of the information I knew from real good sources that was inside the group, inside everything. So when I say something, it ain't just, I think this or I think that. No, this is something, as I knew. That's why I put the video out. What were you thinking, Coach? This is like winnable games, and you didn't play your best quarterback. It's clear cut. That's not me. That's just how I feel. So I'm just rambling about that, man. JT lost to College Station. Got down 21-0, 28-0 at the half, and I was like, well, it's probably they made a comeback at the second half. And then my thing is, what was the coaching staff or the offensive coordinators or whatever they was doing in the first half wasn't working in the second, because the second half they started to score. But all that being said, CJ gonna let you know more about the game and what happened there. But it's been a ride. I can tell you, it's been a crazy. This is one of the rides. This is one of the seasons where a lot of stuff happened. This season it was still a fun season to watch, to see what's gonna happen, how this gonna go out, how it's gonna end the way we want it to end, and but we still came on every week and let y'all know what the business is. So, with that being said, congratulations to this team. They're gonna lose some people. They're gonna lose Crawford. They're gonna lose Superman, but somebody next year is gonna be the guy. So who is it gonna be? It's gonna be Cam. He's gonna be the quarterback for sure. I mean, if everything plays out the way it is, I believe he'll stay at JT and he'll be the quarterback. I'm pretty sure he'll be the quarterback. Then we got some good freshman receivers coming up. The guy scored a touchdown. I think CJ knows his name. Got a good little thing going right there. I think Turner, keep him around. You're gonna lose. It's gonna be what I've heard is gonna be some sophomores on varsity next year. So some of that freshman squad that I was telling people about gonna be moving up there too. So yeah. That's what's it gonna be. So hey, now with all that being said, let me get into something else now. So Lufkin lost, right? Lufkin lost to Texas High, a team that JT beat 14-0. Now, granted, they didn't have their star quarterback the time JT played them. They still beat them, right? So when I put the video out, the video that y'all saw about Lufkin and all that, the little sad music and all this stuff I'm doing. It goes to it's all about the fans. It's not about the kids. It's all to the fans, the Lufkin fans, because they was going on the forum, every JT thread, putting their 2 cents in, talking about, JT's the bad team. They're not going to win. Every week, they're not going to win this game. You're a bad team. Y'all suck. Y'all do this, da. And then it came to the point where like, y'all trash. Like he said, the JT fans was trash. The dude said it. He's like, y'all trash, and I've said it. This is after the thought, after what happened. He's like, yeah, y'all trash, and y'all still gonna be trash, and everything. And like I said, it's funny to me because they were so confident they was gonna beat Texas High. They was confident, like there's no way in earth we beat Texas High, but they was all laughing. How y'all? The one dude posted, like, I think it was No Days Off Texas. He posted like, what would be the possible next location if JT won Friday? And sure enough, Lufkin Longview got, y'all need to be worrying about winning the game Friday. That's the last thing y'all need to be worried about is what's the next score. Y'all probably not going to even win this week. And and it was like they were just like pretty much like, y'all so bad. Y'all know y'all gonna lose, but we finna go over here and win these games and keep playing. But what happened? Texas High came back, or they came through and won the game overtime, and the shock of the world happened. And that's when my boy JT99 came back with the quotes, because people say stuff and then they forget what they say. But JT99 came back with the quotes of people saying, and all of a sudden, JT fans are trolling now. Now we're trolling. Now they're so into our form. They're so happy that Lufkin lost. No, but every week y'all was in a John Tyler thread talking about how bad John Tyler was and how they was going to lose and how this and how trash they was, how trash the fans was. But now when y'all lose, y'all can't take it, huh? Y'all can't take it, huh? Yeah. It hurts though. And now both of us are sitting at the house. And I mean, it's strictly to the fans. So if the video makes them mad, Pac 07 game time, I think it's another guy. Be mad, my friends. One of the dudes said I said something about the videos on make. He's like, don't I got a ghetto podcast to make? Like, yeah, a ghetto podcast. Okay, we know what that means, but I don't put that into the perspective or whatever y'all want to say. When they start talking about John Tyler and the off the field stuff, y'all know what they be talking about. But like they always talk about, you guys from North Tyler, Like you can tell you gotta go on the forum. No, don't go on the forum. Anybody from Facebook on the Cujo group, do not join the forum. Well, Keith Cujo for Life is on. He's on the Facebook group, so he knows what the forum. But everybody else don't join the forum because y'all just not gonna be able to take it. I mean, 'cause we don't go report people and say stuff. We say it, and this is what it is. We take it and dish it out. So don't go if you can't take it. Do not go join the Smoky forum. But that's what it is, man. This karma it's all about karma, and karma came back on Lufkin because they talked so much trash about JT all year, and they were so confident they was going to at least go 5 rounds deep, but they didn't go 1 round, and that's what it is, man. But still a great season. Next year we're gonna do it again. We didn't get to do everything that we wanted to do, but like I said, we're gonna probably do some more stuff. Doing this playoff thing, I'm probably gonna start trying to stream some of the games like I was doing last year, and keeping it going until the end of the football season, and maybe transition into some NFL stuff or whatever. But bringing on CJ, we get our last thoughts and our last things in a minute after that. But yeah, Lufkin, hey, y'all got on the L train. Take you after Metro cards, get on the L train because you got on there. Now, I said this about Longview. I said I had a special video for Longview, and the dude, Lobo7, laughed it off. He's like, well, go ahead and make it. I'm telling you, Longview, keep winning. You do this video. You don't want me to release this video. I haven't even made it yet, but just keep winning.
That's the deal. You know, first JT, they in the season since 07. And actually the first one in the Coach Holmes era. So, a lot of people have said, we've heard criticism about Coach Holmes, when they seem like they can't get over the hump. Basically, like, they get a game away from state or they get 4 rounds deep. Oh, they should have won that game. Especially, after the Texas High game where it was, that game or – just other games, Denton Guy game, all that stuff. So, but it kind of reminds me of, except the rings, it kind of reminds me of the Coach Tomlin situation with the Steelers. How, people like, the analysts, all the analysts say, man, people must be crazy if they think Mike Tomlin should be on the hot seat. It was basically because, you got Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, and Antonio Brown, and you can't get to this, this is a Super Bowl caliber team. You got, the best running back in the game, arguably the best receiver in the game, with a Hall of Fame bound back. So, with that talent, but he won the ring before they won a ring before Antonio Brown. But the thing is, it kind of reminded me of that, and I just thought about that. But like I said, Coach Holmes, he's had winning seasons. It's just like Mike Tomlin. And Mike Tomlin is arguably, he's one of the top 3 or 5 best coaches in football. But I had to point that out there. First losing season. I mean, Cujo Nation, we know, we're not used to seeing a losing season from JT. You think of a losing season, you think of maybe, season when Coach Ratliff was there. Me and Rob have talked about that. We was talking about that early in the season when the teams, especially the offense, seemed anemic to score, and you weren't used to seeing that. But I'll get into that in a minute, about when I go over the recap of the season, quick recap. But College Station, this past Friday night, I know some people, Rob spoke on it. Some people, probably didn't give JT a chance because how they was coming in. It's just like any other team. All they, whatever, 3-7. They facing a number 1 or 2 seed. But, College Station jumped out. It's one of them things where they jumped out quick, 27-0 lead. And, a lot of people was probably like, does JT do they really have the offense to, cut into this lead in the second half? They got it going in the second half, but like I say, they fell short, ended their season, one and done. But I wanted to speak on something. It kind of reminded me of, also, this is another analogy. It kind of reminded me of, like, what people, especially Shannon Sharp, I watched Undisputed, First Take, all that. Like how he talked about, well, Dak, he dug them in this hole, so he can't dig them out. If he's that guy, he should be able to dig them out of these holes. You know what I'm saying? So, but we really can't say on the other hand, we really can't say, well, can he dig them out of this hole? I mean, like I say, man, this is playoff football, and I've been saying for weeks now, JT has to win a certain way. So when you give up, even though it's at halftime, it ain't the team. Look, it ain't this ain't the team that had Greg Ward and Fred Ross, and they went down 24-0 to, at the time, 9-0 White House, who was going for 10-0, and we talk about this game, and like I said, I knew they would come back. I was like, 24-0, they'll erase that. And what happened? They turned the heat on Mahomes. Shout out, they pulled it out, and like I say, that White House crowd went silent. And just like I predicted, here they come. Greg Ward, Tyus Bowser. Y'all seen him do the South Side in that game against the Houston Texans. But anyway, we ain't going to talk about that game. I didn't see that. Yeah, well, I shared it. But anyway, though, I'm sure you can YouTube it. Tyus Bowser dancing, or Tyus Bowser, something. Tyus Bowser, because I think he made I couldn't tell if he probably made the plays. That's why he was dancing. I just seen the dance on the video that they were sharing on Facebook. But anyway, though, back into this game, like I say, the thing about it was, another thing, when you get in such a hole, you get away from what you do. Like Keaton Crawford, for example, he only had 12 carries for 62 yards. So he didn't get enough carries because they was behind the 8 ball. So when you ain't got that going, then you're forcing, then you got to throw. I believe Cam, he had, I can't remember, I'm trying to think, did he have around 20, it was early, he had around 20 attempts, 17 passing attempts, because, and for like 150 some odd yards. So really, JT, they were just behind the 8 ball. Like I said, they got to win a certain way. Defense has to definitely show up, and you have to get the offense more opportunities. You can't be, you behind the 8 ball. So, and JT, they didn't get in a rhythm till the second half. Basically, you down 27-0. On College Station's home turf, playoff game against, what seemed to be a superior team on this Friday night. So, and basically, of course, these stats right here for College Station says it all. When you got a running back, when you rush for 233 yards on 24 carries, 4 touchdowns by Colby Cashion. I don't know if that's how you say his name. Colby Cashion. Look, obviously they got their running game going. That's what it was based on. And then you got another running back, Roderick Brown, 23 carries, 105 yards. Hey, what can you do once you got that going? It's just like most of these teams, even in the NFL. Once you get that running game going, you can play action and hit, and something's going to be open. That's just bottom line. But like I say, they got that going, and that was pretty much, College Station was pretty much in cruise control in the second half. JT got some scoring going, but like I said, it was behind the 8 ball too early, and that's where you can tell the vibe of this game in the first and second quarter. You was like, man, they got the bleeding going early, and JT just couldn't stop it. That's just bottom line based on those rushing stats right there for College Station. But I want, quick recap of the season. We wasn't used to seeing you start with Mesquite Horn, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda won that game. And then you got, Lee, like I said, JT hadn't found himself. This is first couple weeks of the season, got that running game going, Jamari Miller, who looks like, you got D1 schools looking at him, sophomore, so they got a stud over there. And then you got to play Longview, defending state champions. I mean, and you ain't find yourself. And like I say, that was a game where Longview, they went to the bakery a few times. Haynes King, he had a sweet tooth. Mm-hmm. He went to the bakery, had some turnovers. But the thing is, JT wasn't the usual JT team. Now, if they had a team, if they had where they could score, efficiently, they could have took advantage of them turnovers. But it's kind of like, the game Thursday night with the Steelers and the Browns. We ain't going to talk about what happened at the end. I'm going to stick to strictly football because we got – look, if I was a Steelers fan, I've been very irritated with that game because, can you see in the second half how the Browns left that game on the table? Now, if that was a usual Steelers team, they had Big Ben, they could have scored 2 to 3 more touchdowns and won that game. It could have went to overtime or they could have won in regulation. So that's my point. When you can't score, when you're anemic, it's very hard. It's very frustrating when you can't take, especially against a great team. They leaving the door open. So, can you walk in? Are you going to walk in the door and put your feet on the coffee table, so to speak? And take advantage. They got some home-cooked food on the stove. Go on and get you some. But couldn't take advantage. I know I got weird analogies. But it's all, it's all to keep y'all amused. But at the same time, get my point across. And then you face Euless Trinity, who's a state powerhouse, But like I say, them games prepare you for the season, the playoff season. But unfortunately, John Tyler in certain way they just couldn't put it together. It was some inconsistency, on the defensive and offense. Just it's a team effort. But I think this is a stepping stone for next season because, like Rob mentioned, I'll mention. Got some players coming back, but I'll talk about it in a second. Let me finish this off. But, good win to start off district against Texas High, who, of course, Rob mentioned, knocked off Lufkin and Lufkin. So kudos to them. That's, handling their business. But like I say, you can say what you want. It's a 3-game winning streak. But like I say, it helped with some confidence. But I feel like they could have got a higher seed, I feel like, they kind of dropped the ball against McKinney North a little bit, but in a way, we know what happened with the quarterback situation. So let's just keep that in mind. Even though they still had a chance to win, but too little, too late. I just feel like against, the eventual district champion who finished 6-0, McKinney North. But like I say, it really wasn't a good stretch to end the season. So you go into the playoffs, a lower seed against, a solid College Station team, and that's what happened. So, I mean, that's just a quick recap of just the roller coaster of a season. A lot of downs, but I feel like it's the reason I say it's a stepping stone because Cam Ford is coming back, and it's just like when I looked at Bryson, his junior year, his first year starting, I was saying he had some he wasn't consistently accurate enough that I feel like I know he could because I've seen it before when he played some as a sophomore. I was like, well, where did the accuracy go? So, and then he got it together, and hey, we got spoiled with Bryson a lot with his legs, but he can make the throws too. I believed in him so much. That's why I was saying the accuracy and consistency, but missing more throws than he should. But I feel like this is a step in the right direction. Cam, I feel like he'll develop, more as a passer, and with the weapons, I kind of feel I got a kind of seriously, I got a soft side kind of for Keaton because I wanted him to go out better. Just a beast of a player, great player, you know what I'm saying. But it's a team effort. It is what it is. This is the game of football. There's wins and losses, just like a Meek Mill album. So. That's a great album, by the way. I listened to it again the other day because I ain't listened to it in a while. But anyway, but we ultimate, and it's kind of ironic he came out with championships because that's what John Tyler strives on. This is a team 3-8 we know is unacceptable. If you put them to a lie to take a test, that what they say they really, felt like JT is a perennial playoff team, but the 3-8 record is like, that's not Cujo football. But
I want to say so. I always interrupt you before you interrupt. I'm looking at something. This is sports related, but the Lakers are beating the dog crap out of the Hawks 24-5.
Well, the Hawks are an inferior team. You got an inferior team, but Trae Young is doing his thing. It's still early, probably. Anyway, that's like somebody said when I was gonna say shout out to my homie. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was like he made a status saying Clemson is beating the you know what out of Wake Forest, such and such and such. I was like, what do you expect? That it's Wake Forest, it's Clemson. But so I don't really, that's just like Ohio State ran up a 70-piece on whoever they faced last week. They look like the most dominant team right now. But anyway, we ain't gonna talk about that. We might talk about some stuff coming up on some LSU Clemson stuff. Stay tuned. But anyway, finish this off, man. I'm just looking forward to see which freshman let's hang in there. I'm looking forward to Lacey and Cameron Medlock. It's gonna be their time to carry that running game. I seen what they can do. Pinkard, I seen what he can do. So that I think the running game is gonna be. It's in great hands. We'll see what the wide receiving core looks like, and really the defense. If they can just consistently put it together, I'm gonna have to see, of course, how explosive are they gonna be, or is it gonna take them some time? Because they got at least a season under their belt together. Like I'm talking the team I seen on the field this season. So let's see what work they can put in during spring ball and summer ball. But I'm looking forward to it, and hopefully, we can get back to competing for a district championship, going into the playoffs, and making a deep run. So hey, I'm just saying this is Cujo football. So, but I just want to say this before I pass back out the rod, man. I appreciate everybody listening to this, man. Like I say, we gotta tell it like it is, and I think this to myself. Let me make this point right here, because it goes into anything. This is why a lot of people are kind of timid, or they have the fear of speaking about things or doing, just doing whatever. The thing is, this is journalism, man. This is journalism, and you're going to get criticized. Just like Stephen A. gets ripped. I feel like, he was making a point about Eric Reed, and then I just seen the headline of Eric Reed ripped Stephen A. for the comments he made. Because, of course, when somebody speaks your name, but he's making a point, you know what I'm saying? It could, it might be Eric Reed went to the Kroger and got a half a gallon of milk, and then he ripped Stephen A. because he's told him he was at the Kroger. I mean, come on now. It just depends on what you say, but like I say though, we need to understand that this is journalism. We ain't pity patting. We're gonna say it like it is, and that's the ethics of it. I've learned some things going to school about it. You just have to tell it. You got to tell it like it is. We got to do. Now, the listeners have a job to do. They going to listen, okay? Just think about it. We didn't have to do this, but we doing this out of passion because we take time to do this. We take the time out of our day to do this out of passion. So we appreciate the ones that listen. We know the criticism going to come, but like I always say, it's a saying, if you don't want criticism, just do absolutely nothing. Just sit on the couch, do absolutely nothing. And that don't, I'm just saying, that's just, if you want criticism, just, go, we'll just go work out 9 to 5 and come home and do it again and don't do nothing. So, but we're looking forward to doing this next year. Next season, shout out to the East Texas teams that's still going. Shout out the ones, that made the playoffs and everything. I want to shout out all East Texas and everything, but like I said, we know criticism will come. That's just what it is or what we do. But the passion overrides the criticism. That's just what it is. Athletes go through it. Celebrities go through it. I always tell myself, even the most talented people get criticized. Your favorite singers, your favorite entertainers, all your favorite, they get criticized by somebody. And probably by me and Rob. We probably join in there right with them, but because we just going to speak what it is. But I'm signing off. We probably got some more stuff coming for y'all. Stay tuned. Hey, feel free. You got some suggestions you might want us to talk about, a subject to talk about, sports related or none, because we gonna come with some topics soon. I got some, ladies get ready. But anyways, I'm passing back out the rod, man. Shout out to everybody that support, man. I'm out. The season went by too fast, but that's life. I'm out.
That's what it said. I gotta say it. YouTube be crazy. My channel's not for kids no more, so I don't gotta worry about it. Cause YouTube sent me this email. We gotta make sure our channel is either for kids, not for kids, or some of it's for kids, and it kind of draws in how much money or whatever monetized. But my channel not monetized yet, so it didn't affect me as much. But I had to make my channel. I was thinking about it, like, I do games. I know kids under 13 or 12, 11 play Madden, but I was like, I do other things, and we say some things on my stream that might not be for kids. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make my kids not for kids. So yeah, the podcast about that is gonna probably come up about the stuff. I mean, women. I'm telling you, this stuff that women do that I just know from experience. That y'all might get mad at it. The men are gonna love it. The women gonna love it too. Cause we could talk about stuff the dudes do, but you'll see. But yeah, great season. Well, not great season, but still great to be doing this. Like I said, JT will be back. Longview, they're still winning. Like I said, just keep winning. Don't mind. Don't pay me no mind until y'all lose. Then I'll put the video out. That's all I'll say about that. Just keep winning, and I'll keep covering y'all and saying things. I think my Longview video still got 30,000, over 40,000 views. The actual game, and then my podcast that I talked about the game after they won. It's probably about 1,000 views or something. So Longview came strong on the views. Lufkin, don't hold your head down. We'll see y'all next year too. I know karma's a mother, ain't it? It happens when you talk so much and y'all ended up laying an egg. So No Holder Podcast, man. We did it again. 3 years. Shout out to everybody that supports everybody on the forum for sure. And like I said, JT Fan 99 is the MVP of the forum for the JT fans. He's the MVP because you can't say something without him remembering. He's gonna come back and show you what you said after what you said didn't happen. Then it's gonna piss you off because he knows, like, it's so funny. He did it again this year. So shout out to that. We out. I don't know what else I can say, but that, hey, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. I need 1,000 subscribers. That's another thing. Subscribe. Share it to you. Don't share it to your kids no more. Not if your kids are 14 and up, 13 and up, share it to them then. If your kids play Madden, pretty much a kid. Well, there's 7-year-olds that play Madden that I beat the heck out of. I done beat some 7-year-olds online, but you know what? I don't know if I should be even saying this because I don't know how YouTube be. If your kids play and they're like teenagers, send them to my channel. They're under the thing. I think it's like 12 and under what they're saying. But yeah, I can show you how to get. I can show them how to get good at the game. So that's what I'll be transitioning into after this, and we still do the podcast and all that. But yeah, we out here. That's what it is, man. Hope you two don't email me about saying something with kids because they tell you they going crazy about this kid thing. I don't even know. I don't know if I should be saying this right now. I don't know. I just don't know what I should be saying. I just don't want to get fined. I'm just here like what's his name? Yeah, I'm just here so I won't be fined. We out, man. Yeah. Well, yeah, man. We out here. Good season. We gone. Oh, this.
Another mother in the game with the teeth
I hit the wrong
I just
button.
picked the bone that Coach Malone and did it all on the B-side beat. Dribble through the middle up, crossover on him like I'm in the NBA. Look, I don't really give a fuck. Tell me what do I gotta lose anyway? Steal my bed in the pickup, throw a middle finger out the window when I wave. Trump music 3, bro. You gon' know how I feel about MGK. Beethoven is rolling over in his grave, cause I'm a